Can I set the tone?
Yeah.
Set the tone. Valentine's Day is coming up, right?
Okay.
And so let's see. Let's dim the lights and then get a white tablecloth.
Oh, so sweet.
I'm thinking all the romantic decorations that go along with it. And then the meal. The meal for you and your spouse. This could be salad and steak and a heart-shaped hash browns that's smothered, covered, and chunked.
Okay. Chunked?
Yeah.
That's never anything.
That's the ham in it.
I never want to hear chunked when I'm thinking about my meal.
Why not? It's heart-shaped. I mean, that's how the Waffle House is going to serve up Valentine's Day.
Okay, now I'm putting two and two together. Waffle House is kind of the thing to go for Valentine's Day.
I was thinking about doing it one year, and then I thought, no, not
I think it would be fun. I don't
know.
I think if you have someone that you know will have fun with it, I think by all means do it. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, but I want to bring my wife, and I don't think Valentine's Day is going to do it for the Waffle House.
I will tell you, my son tried to make reservations for he and his girlfriend at their favorite restaurant for Valentine's Day. He tried this last week. Reservations gone.
For Waffle House?
It wasn't for Waffle House, but what I'm saying is Waffle House takes reservations for Valentine's, so you better get on that. They're going quick.
Rob and Liz,
His morning crew.
Coach Brian is a pretty awesome coach. He coaches the high school football team that had a snow day last week. They actually had so much snow. They had a snow day. Kids stayed home. The football team was supposed to have like a weightlifting workout, and they didn't get to do it, obviously, because it was snow day. Can't do that virtually. Well, he found a way around that. He texted, as my boys, when they were playing baseball, would always get these group texts. Here's what I need you to do this afternoon. Coach texted the high school football team and said, we can't have a workout, but I want you to go find somebody that's disabled or elderly in your neighborhood and shovel their driveway.
Get out. What a great workout for them.
Right, and they did. And, I can see some of the kids going, okay, I'll get to it later, and rolling over and go back to bed. He said, you got to take a picture. You can't take any money. If they try to pay you money, don't take it. Just say I'm doing it because, I want to or whatever. And they did. All the kids went out, took pictures of themselves shoveling snow, and that's how they got a check mark for the day.
Good for them.
And good for him.
Right?
Yeah.
For that coach to think like that, to help others in everybody else's neighborhood.
Rob and Liz,
His morning crew.
Seems as if hot sauce is a thing. Now, Liz puts hot sauce on macaroni and cheese.
In the macaroni and cheese casserole. I can't tell the difference, but if I don't put it, I get complaints that it's not as good.
So you cook it in it.
I cook it
You don't
in
add
it.
it to it.
No, not on top. I'm not a hot sauce kind of girl at all.
And then Caitlin, who's our intern, puts her hot sauce on
Popcorn.
I get it on mac and cheese. I get it on a couple of things, but popcorn.
Have you tried it?
No, not yet.
Ew.
But soon, probably. So Carrie is here at 800-447-7234. Where do you put it, Carrie? What do you put it on?
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes?
How did that start, Carrie?
So my older brother started putting ketchup in mashed potatoes, which I thought was nasty. I got this bright idea. I put it on, scrambled eggs one morning, hot sauce, and I was like, I wonder if this would be good on mashed potatoes. I tried it that evening when I was making supper. I don't remember what I had it with, but it was delicious.
How much do you put on the mashed potatoes?
I don't know. I would say a teaspoon or so for a serving.
What brand?
Texas Pete. We're all good Southerners here.
Yeah. Carolina's loving the Texas Pete.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so many different versions. If you travel, we went to Mexico one time and brought some back from my father-in-law who loves hot sauce.
What was it?
It was just like habanero, and it's all these just...
From Mexico.
Yes.
Genuine stuff.
Right. And he used it. That entire family loves hot sauce.
His side of the family?
Yeah.
And Joey puts hot sauce on.
Joey does not. He's the only
doesn't?
one. He's the only one that I know of in the family that doesn't use it.
Rob and Liz,
His morning crew.
Or there's these archaeologists in Oman. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Oman? I said the town right?
Yep.
The area right? So anyway, they found this Bronze Age iron settlement, and so they've been uncovering it. And I don't know if you've watched movies and archaeologists, but it seems like that's a tedious task.
Indiana Jones, I've seen it.
Yeah,
Oh,
where you get shovels and then you get little sweepers,
Little brushes,
little brushes and
yeah.
brooms and do that stuff. Anyway, there was one slab that somebody uncovered. One of these archaeologists and looked at it and went, "Oh, this is like a board game of today." It was on a stone tablet.
That's wild.
Yeah.
First of all, that they found it, and second of all, that they figured out that's
That
what
was
that was.
a game.
Yeah.
I looked at it because I saw pictures of it and I went, How do you know this is a game?
Was it in Sanskrit or something? Like, did they? Somebody
What did you say?
Sanskrit?
I
Am I
have
saying
no
that
idea what
correctly?
you're saying.
Sanskrit?
I don't
It's
know
a
what that
language?
is.
You
What
thought
is
it
it?
was what, Jacob?
I thought it was Sanskrit.
See, I think it's Sanskrit, but you could be right. I
It's
could
like
be
a
wrong.
script, like a script. I
Could
thought it was
be.
Sanskrit because like inscription.
Well, maybe that's why I said it quickly.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the way you do it.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Listen to this and tell me how old you think the person is playing the piano right here. Listen close. Okay? How old, not how old is the recording, how old do you think the person is playing the piano right here? Okay, now, how about this one? How old do you think the person is playing the piano here? Okay, so take a mental note. Don't have to answer right now. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
Ruth started playing the piano when she was 3 years old. Her dad was a violinist, and he really pushed her to be musical. So at 4 years old, she played her first recital. That's what that is right there.
4 years old.
4!
Hello.
A toddler! Still could have been in pull-ups.
Right?
Literally, could have been. So she has had this career. She's played for presidents before. She's played in recital halls in Berlin and Paris and New York and all around the world. And she just put out a brand new album.
And she's,
97.
this is her at 97. And an album.
An album. It's called My Life in Music. There's got to be like 3,000 songs on this album if she's covering her life in music.
And listen, she was great at 4 years old, as you just heard. And here she is at 97 years old,
And still,
sounding so good.
and still practicing all the time, keeping that mind sharp, which they say exercise, music, dance, that kind of thing really keeps your mind and body going. And Ruth is proving it, just put out a brand new album.
Thank you, Ruth. You give us hope when we get to 97.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Okay, I wonder if this ever happened to you. There's that thing you never thought you'd do until you had to do it, like parents. Let's look at parents. All of a sudden, they became superheroes in an instant because they had to do something that they had to get their kid out of, you know?
Oh, absolutely. I have a superpower as a parent.
What is it?
Gotta tell- It's discerning truth from not truth. And I didn't have it before I had kids. And I'm telling you, I can look in those little faces as they're telling me their story, spinning their tail. And I can look in those little eyes and know pretty much 100%. You lying to me, boy. You lying to me, girl. Or
You
you're
call
telling
that
the
your
truth.
superpower?
Oh, I think so. I honestly don't think I had it. I didn't know if somebody was telling me a truth or a lie. But after I had kids, discern like that.
Then you become a doctor really quick.
A doctor?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When your kid is hurt and you know it, you know?
Absolutely. Or when they say, my tummy is hurting, you're like, okay, when you throw up, then that's when you get to stay out of school. Because you know.
The whole excuse to get out of
Yeah,
school
exactly.
thing. I don't know if you've ever had to do something that you thought you couldn't do, but when you had to do it, you were able to do it. Doesn't have to be superpowers as parents or anything like that, but what about you? Why don't you join the conversation? 800-447-7234.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
If you're trying to figure out what you're going to get the one you love, got a hack for you. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on Here's Radio. Here's all you need. 15 wooden skewers.
Okay.
Okay? You need one of those Grillo jars.
What's a Grillo jar?
It's a jar. It's a
Okay.
fancy jar.
All right.
Kind of like, I don't know. It reminds me of a mason jar, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's a brand name. Get a card holder and a card to put on the card holder.
Okay, so it
Okay.
sounds like you're putting together some sort of bouquet of some sort.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And then you put the tissue paper inside the jar. Okay, so you can get some tissue paper
Shouldn't
for
you
filler.
put water in there?
No.
Okay.
Let me finish.
All right.
On the skewers, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm thinking chocolate-covered strawberries or fruit or something like
Well,
marshmallows.
Close. You can put a dill pickle on all the skewers. And then you can add some cherry tomatoes if you like, and some cheese cubes. And some of those sandwich-type pickles as well. You can put on some of the skewers.
Oh, like the hamburger slices.
Yeah, exactly.
Is your
and there you go.
Valentine a groundhog?
No. This is a pickle bouquet. It would be so unique, and
Yeah.
nobody else would be doing this.
I bet.
A pickle bouquet. What do you think? That's a great hack. Who needs flowers?
But I gotta think through this for a minute. The pickle will drip, will it not, and get all over the tissue paper, and then you just got a mess bouquet?
No, the tissue paper will soak it up, so it's just not, too bad. Yeah.
Okay.
And Grillo jar is really the brand name of some pickles.
Okay.
So you just use that.
So are you sending this to your wife? Because if
I'm
so,
thinking about it.
let me know
I
how
think
that
it's
works
a-
out for you.
Okay, then.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So we got an open mic in.
I
You
love that.
have to hear this open mic. This is from our My HISRadio app, by the way. So if you don't have the app, you may not know what the open mic is. You can tap on the open mic, say anything you want.
Absolutely.
We
anything.
hear some interesting sounds from kids sometimes, and you could imagine what those sounds would be.
and it's okay.
This
But
is
this-
not one of those.
No, thankfully.
But this is a family. It's so cute. This is an open mic from the My HISRadio app.
From an empty grave, ain't no sinner that he can save. Let me tell you about my Jesus. His love is strong.
I love it. They're listening to his radio, singing along to My Jesus.
Here comes a kid.
Oh, yeah. The kids start to take it home. Okay, here it comes. Listen. Here they go. Here we go.
Hallelujah.
Oh, yeah. That was just so good. So tell you what, because you gave us that special open mic, we're going to play the song for you so your whole family can sing right along with you.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
My family is originally from Ohio, like my mom's side of the family's from Ohio. And every time we would go, because that's where we took all of our summer vacations, we'd go, they'd say, let me hear you talk. And they wanted to hear the Southern accent. And then you'd start getting questions about the South. And it would be like, is it warm every single day? Is it 85 degrees and sunny every single day?
No.
Absolutely not. We have weather like everybody else.
Especially a couple of weeks ago, all right?
Right. But I saw this meme and it was talking about what people not from the South think actually happens in the South.
Like what?
Like one of them was that we all ride horses to school every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought
Of course.
Yeah, I have my my horse, he's tied up in the parking lot here.
Oh, yeah.
That we don't have electricity.
No, there was such a thing.
Yeah. That we all live in mansions like they see in television shows that are set in the South.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my house looks just like Forrest Gump's.
Absolutely. That was a really nice house in that movie.
Yeah.
But that is not, or one that just blew my mind was that people actually have a job putting Spanish moss in trees.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause that happens-
somebody has to do that in Savannah, right?
And everywhere else in the South.
Right?
Everywhere
You just got to
else.
do that. So, the first time I had it, I'm from the South. Well, I'm from Tampa Bay, Florida.
That's not the South.
That's really the North without snow.
Exactly.
But I had a thought of what snow was like. I had no idea that it was crunchy when you stepped on it. Because the first time I saw snow, I was in my 20s.
What did
I didn't grow up with it.
But in your mind, what do you think it was?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think when you step on it, you hear. That just didn't come to my head.
Well, I can see that.
It was completely different. I mean,
Okay.
everything was different about the snow.
And so the first time you saw it, it just blew your mind.
Yeah. And so it makes me think, just like these memes that Liz is talking about what people think the South is like until you get to the South, you go, oh, they don't really ride horses to school every day.
Not today. Wish I did.
Who really thinks that? I mean, come on.
It's a good thought.
But it's like this thing that you think it's going to be something, and then when you experience it, turned out to be totally different.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's like for you. Go ahead and join the conversation. Open mic on the My His Radio app. You can text us or call.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
The more I think about it, this post that Liz saw, I don't believe that people think that people from the North think that people in the South literally are still on horses going to school every day. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. That's not a common thing.
I don't know.
I don't believe that there is someone that really thinks that.
I think they might think that's
way.
the whole, just the way we live. Very backward.
But not going to school on a horse every day. That's
I'm just
not
saying.
practical.
That's what
That's
this
not
one
practical.
person said. That's
yeah.
what her cousin thought.
Angela's here. It's Rob and Liz, his radio, 800-447-7234. What are you thinking, Angela?
I'm a country girl, and I went to North Carolina State University. I met a guy from up north, and he asked me, he was like, what do y'all do down here? Wear overalls, eat grits, and watch hee-haw? I was like, what do you do up there? Stand on the corner, sell cheap watches, and paint graffiti on the wall?